Oh, there we go. Hey guys, hey guys. It's been a whirlwind of a day. Speaking engagement, just a lot of things happening throughout the day. But I'm here and it was a little break that I took last week that inspired this topic this evening for us as entrepreneurs that I want us to just have a conversation about. I don't know. Tell me if the lighting is fine. Um, I wanted us to have a conversation about. As entrepreneurs, we're always on the go. Like we're always going. We're just at it. We're looking for the next skill. We're looking for the next meal. We're looking for the next money. You name it. We're just always going. So last week, we took our son to a resort just to relax after doing exams at school. And so I thought, hey, we're gonna be there for 5 days. I personally don't have anything to do on a resort for 5 days, especially here where I live, because you can easily drive to the places and come back home, right? And so I had planned to do some work while I was at the resort, but it didn't happen because we were having some connectivity issues. And so I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm surrendering to this. I'm surrendering, universe. I'm gonna take a break. Beautiful beach. It was lovely. I am not somebody who like beach water. It's too much effort to get rid of the sand and all of that. I'll go in, but I won't stay in for long. But this beach, the water was just crystal clear. The sand, like everything about it was just good. So I was the one who was just in the beach for the whole time, for a longer time than I usually do. Let me say that. And I was just looking out at the beautiful ocean, the sky, and just enjoying it. And I thought to myself, when it was finished, how differently I felt about within myself that I took a break. And I thought, what better topic to talk about tonight? And that is our energy levels. Because we're always working, and I get it. When you just start your business, you can't take a break. You don't feel you can take a break because if you take a break, who is going to do the work? You have to be on top of everything. You have to be checking everything. Case in point today, I was out doing work. I was out working. So I wasn't following up on the emails that were sent. I register for everything I do. So I am able to get the emails and check on it. I didn't see that the 3 o'clock email went out at 2. And then I saw that the 6 o'clock email went out at 5. It was late. I sent out another one and then email about us being live. So it was a whole thing. And I'm like, oh my God, the one time I'm not on top of checking everything, it's not going the way it's supposed to go. So I completely get it. As an entrepreneur, you feel like you need to be on top of everything at every point in time. However, at some point in time, we get tired. At some point in time, we feel like we need to breathe, and we need to be able to identify those times and manage what we put on our plate at those times. So I'm going to be sharing with you a few things that I jot down. One I learned, and I think I'm going to start with that one. I learned that one today, and I had to Google it. Avoid energy vampires. So you talk about managing your energy levels in your business. Avoid energy vampires. And you know what vampires are, right? They suck your blood, they like drain you. These are people, tasks, or situations that drain your energy. And we are encouraged as entrepreneurs, minimize those interactions, delegate the non-essential tasks, set boundaries that protect your energy. I have a friend and she would tell me that, I don't like how I feel in the middle of the day, Michelle, I'm going to do yoga. I'm like, girl, just get with it. But I get it. You need to know the things that, like, you look on a message from somebody and you're like, you know what? I see where this conversation is going. I'm not having that today. Move on. You need to protect you because remember, you are the unique genius within your business. And so if you aren't able to focus and bring the right energy to what you are doing, it's not going to come out the way you want it to. I remember I was interviewing this young lady, and one of the things she said to me is when she's writing her emails to her clients or email list, her audience, she sees it as writing love letters. And can you write a love letter when you're angry? No. Can you really write a love letter when you are just tired and frustrated? You're just doing this just because. No. So therefore, you need to know how it is that you're going to protect yourself from the energy vampires. Identify them. You can, I mean, I read it today and I started to write down my energy vampires because really and truly we know them. So you're managing your energy level, identify your energy vampires, minimize them, stay away from them. There are some tasks that I'm just like, oh my God. Like I went into my CRM to send an email that we're live, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not doing this. That's an energy vampire because it's right when I'm going live and I don't want that energy of feeling disappointed and frustrated to carry over here. So that's one. Identify your energy vampires. The next thing that I want to share with you as we talk about energy vampires, one of them is doing those tasks that are non-essential. So the next thing we're going to talk about that drain your energy is when you have too many things to do. And we have said this over and over. So what you're going to do is to outsource and delegate. Am I annoyed and disappointed that things kind of mess up today? I've been annoyed from yesterday because there were many other things, and I know why. I changed my VA change, and the handing over process is not as smooth as I would want it to be, but it's just a part of the learning process. I get upset, the VA apologize, and then by next week it's supposed to be good, I hope, right? So I want you to think about the tasks that are non-core. I normally give my clients the sheet that where I think I may have done a live on it. You write down all the tasks that you have to do, then you talk about the ones that you must do, and those that don't require your attention, delegate those tasks because it's going to drain your energy. You cannot do everything on your own. I thought about this today. We often want to be involved in everything that we're doing as entrepreneurs. We also believe that we can't trust people to do what we want to do. I watch a few housewives show. That's my non-brain work. So that is where I think I have that written down somewhere here, right? So one of the things I noticed with the housewives is that they have assistants. They have access to their accounts, they have access to their emails, you name it. The thing is, when some tasks you can get them done by somebody else, it allows you to do what you love to do. Some of the coaching programs that I'm in, I don't really see the coaches as often because guess what? They have delegated some aspect of the coaching to other people. So they're sitting on the beach, they're in Italy, they're wherever, enjoying life, right? Because that's what you want to do as a business owner. You want to set up a business that can operate on its own, generate revenue so you can live life. So therefore, you would now need to start learning how it is that you delegate. And delegation is not easy because delegation is trust. And some of us, we don't trust ourselves. We have trust issues. We don't trust ourselves. We don't trust others. And so we are now bombarded and we have all of these things to do. It causes overwhelm. You feel tired all the time. You don't have time to give to anybody else in your life because you're just doing everything for your business. Drains your energy, guys. Drains your energy. And also, things don't have to be perfect. The new VA that I have, they sent me a flyer. It wasn't like the best. I wasn't excited about it. But I'm like, who's going to die? Like, post a flyer. The information on it is important anyways. Just go ahead and post a flyer. So ensure that you are not overworking yourself. You're not taking on too many responsibilities, because that's taking up your time and your mental energy. I don't have the scientific number right now because I didn't even plan to say this, but I read something that spoke about what happens in our minds when we have heightened tension and we feel stressed. I saw a young lady today. She's probably like 30 something. I was a guest speaker at an annual general meeting, and she had a stroke. And I'm like, but that's a young girl. She had a stroke. Mark, there are many other things that could cause it, but there are some silent killers and some illnesses that we take onto ourselves because of stress and overwhelm. And as an entrepreneur, you don't want that, right? So focus on your competence, focus on high value tasks. So if what is needed is for you to have a conversation with someone so you can strike a deal, you can make a partnership, that is where you should be going. Allow your virtual assistant to be doing the admin task, ensure you're delegating. So remember, first one was avoid the energy vampires. Thank you for joining, guys. You join, go ahead and say where you're from. And if you have any that I have not mentioned, go ahead and type it in the chat. Delegation. The next one is a tricky one that we talk about. And we talk about it in the corporate world as well. But I don't think this is like a session all by itself. Work-life balance. Balance is a tricky word because we believe that when we talk about work-life balance, we think everything is happening at the same time. It's not possible. I am here right now working, giving attention to my job. I am not being a full-time parent at the moment because both cannot happen. I've said to my son, I'm doing a live, do not come in the room unless somebody is dying. That's it. So you want to ensure that the balance comes in where you're not spending 100% of your time all the time on this one thing. Like I took a break last week, whether it was forced or not, but I took a break. And there's something that happens when you take vacation, it's almost like you get this burst of energy, this burst of ideas, because you're not thinking about a task, you're thinking creatively, because you can't strategize and be operational at the same time. It can't happen. We can talk about that another time. So therefore, when you're not thinking about the doing, you see so much in the world around you. You see so many things that you're able to take on and you're able to do. So let me know if I'm breaking up. I'm freezing a little bit on my side. I am freezing. Let me know if I'm okay on your side, guys. Let me know if I'm okay. Right. So you want to ensure that you are thinking about the boundaries that you're setting in your personal life and in your professional life. That is what it is. You're setting boundaries. There are times I'm over here, there's another time I'm over here, and structure those things in your calendar. So when you send out a link for persons to book a call, to book an appointment, to schedule a meeting, this time right now is where I'm going to do my nails. This time right now is where I'm going to get a massage. This time right now is where I'm just going to be taking a break. So work-life balance. So there are 3 things we spoke about already. Avoid the energy vampires, outsource and delegate, work balance. Sorry. So the other one is recognize the importance of energy management. And I should have said, okay, thanks, you're hearing me. I should have said that one of the things I wanted to talk about in the month of May, if you don't know, apart from May being Child's Month, is Mental Awareness Month. And there are so many persons who are having mental health challenges, but they don't know where it came from. And my way of sharing with you as an entrepreneur is to give you some ways in which you can manage what's happening with your energy, what's happening with your time, where your headspace is at, so you can, this up here that you need to run your business can be there, right? So you want to make sure that you are not doing things that are not productive. And that comes back to when we were talking about outsourcing and delegation. Ensure that you know what are the decisions that I need to make for my overall well-being. And those are the things that you want to focus on. Prioritize your self-care. Too often we cancel quickly. We deprioritize the things that are healthy for us. And that could include, and I'm guilty of some of these, whether it's a date with your spouse, whether it's for you to just relax. One of the things with us entrepreneurs is the minute we get a little free time, we're trying to figure out how we can plug work into that time. Oh, it's almost like I can't not be doing anything because I'm not productive. Being still, being quiet and relaxing is also a form of productivity. So you want to make sure that you're sleeping, you're exercising, you want to look at your diet, maintaining a healthy diet, and also schedule the time for these activities. So there's something that I tried this week. So I normally go to the gym, go to a physical gym, spend 2 hours, may not be working on for the 2 hours, but spend 2 hours. By the time I get home, make something to eat, it's late, I'm rushing to work, and I feel tired. So since week I've been working out at home. Thanks to my husband, I was able to calculate how much workouts I do in the mornings, right? So I do 30-second workouts, 1 minute break in between. So it means that any given morning, I'm done working out 45 minutes, including warm up, cool down, just lying down and breathing. And I realized that, oh my God, my days seem so longer. So you have to figure out what works for you based on where you are. So if I'm always feeling tired, I'm thinking to myself, oh, you know what? Maybe I need to change something. And maybe what works for somebody else may not work for you. So figure out what that pattern is and prioritize your self care. And your self care could be in the mornings when I'm having my breakfast. I would love to not be rushing when I'm eating, or, oh God, I have a meeting. So I need to be eating right now. No, slow down and take care of yourself. Time management. One of the things I do, and I did a video on this as well, I say to persons, eat the frog first. That is, do your most difficult and challenging task first thing in the morning and get it out of the way. So, the other thing that you can think of when it comes down to your time management is you want to think about the times when you are most productive. My most productive times are in the mornings. In the afternoons, late evenings, especially if I have to pick my son up from school. After that, I'm tired. I've been on the road. No, and I don't have the energy to give creatively and all of that. So my most productive time is in the morning. Find out when your most productive time is and do most of your task at that time. Do most of your task at that time. So, tackle those challenging things so that you can get them done and you can move on. Regular break and rest. Regular breaks and rest. Again, we don't need to be working every single minute, every single day. I have an app on my phone, on my watch, that prompts me when it's time to breathe. And every time I ignore it, every single time I ignore it. So whether you want to breathe, whether you want to, you want to take a walk, whether you just want to play a game, set a timer, a 5 minutes, a 5 second, get up and stretch, you name it. Don't wait until you need it. Do it now. And you get away from your desk and you get away from everything that you're doing. So take the regular break. Detach yourself from the task that you're doing. You might be saying, oh, Michelle, I can't do it. You can say that I need to make the money. If I don't do it, who's going to do it? Link me. Maybe we need a strategy for your business, because chances are we need to look at how it is that your goals are set up, who is doing what, and you might be taking on some things that you have no business doing. You need to delegate it. We're talking to a client this week, and we're like, you are collecting your client data in an Excel sheet and you are sorting it out. There's somebody who can do that for you. And again, you're going to say, oh, it's going to cost me money. What is it costing you not to do it? We don't look at that cost. We look at what it's costing us to do it on our own. What is it costing you not to do it? You have somebody who is an expert who can do it all on their own. So ensure that you're taking a break and you're resting and you're relaxing. So whatever it is that you do, whether you do yoga, whether you do gardening, whether you sing, whether you cook, you name it, take the break. And the last thing that I want to share with you is continuous learning and growth. We don't know everything. And especially in this world right now where things are just constantly changing and constantly in movement, something is going to come out. I saw, I have this particular person that I follow on Instagram for anything digital, especially when it comes on to Instagram, what to do, what's new, Instagram or YouTube or Facebook. And one of the things she was sharing was that Instagram is going to be using GIFs, as you can use that as a reply. No, I probably don't need to know how to do it. My VA does. So ensure that you are learning enough to get you where you want to be, but leave persons who are the experts to invest in themselves. So whenever I see something that's okay, my VA needs to know, hey, I thought it. They're having this conference. Maybe you can attend, that kind of thing. But invest in yourself so you know, and be aware of what's happening so you know whether you're allocating time for reading. That's something that I've not been good at. I have it on my calendar, and every morning the alarm go off and I just ignore it because I'm supposed to read for 1 hour every single day. I do not. I have not read in maybe 3 weeks. So we should be scheduling that time, whether you're attending workshops or conferences. Those are easier for me. Reading for me was easier when I was working. I had to commute to work because I would listen to the audio. Now I have to read, and then because it just not working, so I'm going to figure out how to get that done, because that's something that we need to do, is continuous learning and networking. That part I can do. Conferences, workshop, networking, but the reading part, it's not working out so well. So, guys, those are the tips I wanted to share with you. So you can figure out, what am I going to change? Am I going to look at my energy vampires? Am I going to look at what I'm delegating? Am I going to look at where I put my most difficult task? Because some of us read emails the first thing in the morning. Do you want to read emails the first thing in the morning, or you want to do that mid-afternoon, late in the evening? Those are some of the things that you get to think of and see how that works for you. I'm going to drop them in the chat so you can have them to look back on. But figure out what works for you, and don't be caught in the rat race of always working. And I'm talking to myself as I do this, because it helps when you're able to take a break, rejuvenate, and spend some time with your friends and family. So I hope this was helpful to somebody. Go ahead, like, share, send it to somebody, let them know what we talk about. So listen, you who always stress and always rushing and feeling overwhelmed need to watch this video. And if you need any help, you know where to find me. I am Strategy with Michelle on Instagram. I'm Strategy with Michelle on Facebook. My email is info@strategywithmichelle.com. If you have any questions, please go ahead and send them on. If you have any suggestions, if you are on and there's anything else that you do to manage your energy level, please go ahead and share. It's a community where we talk so persons can benefit and they can be helped. So that's it for this evening. See you again next week on our live. And again, you are welcome to share with me if you have anything you want us to talk about and that the community can be helped by. Bye, guys, and have a productive rest of week.